Okay. I think that's everything already for me. I had to realize that I quickly had to go and use the restroom, but that's done at least. Me pull myself up here. There we go. Okay. There we are. Okay. And those who have not seen my other videos get to see my new Caleb background. That's exciting. On. Okay. I want to make sure that I have everything right. Okay. Okay. There we go. Hi, Erica. Okay. Let me see. I think everything's working well. Okay. Alrighty, so today we're going to be... Me too, Erica. I will show up for Caleb any day, anytime. I'm so happy with my new Caleb background. I spent a little bit of time working on it, and I hope it's not too distracting, but still cute enough. Anyways, today we're going to be doing Caleb's Kernel Myth, which I am excited for because it's one of my favorite stories. Strange. I forgot to turn off focus. Oops. Oops. Thank you. Thank you, Erica. I really like it. The apples are his symbol. I had to get him in there, you know. Okay, so we're gonna pull up Lucid Dream. Lucid dreams. At the far end of the shelter, our paradise has long since closed its doors. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to get through his whole myth tonight, but we shall see. In the dark, warm quagmire, a viscous substance slowly dissolves. My body regains a sense of boundless weightlessness. Let's turn this up just a smidge. My consciousness stirs as sunlight filters through my blurred vision. Where am I? This place feels familiar. How did I end up here? Gentle footsteps echo outside. They're followed by the soft creak of a door opening. Girl, question mark. Like, we don't know who that is.
Your fever's gone down. Just have some more rest. I asked the association if you could take sick leave. So, whether you want to rest at home or walk outside for the next few days, I'll be by your side.
Is this a dream? Straight to his heart. Straight to his heart. I know. Him just walking in that Colonel outfit, and he just looks so fine. And she doesn't even remember. I'd have been all over him. MC is stronger than me. I mean, she's got 6 men who actively want her and are trying for her. I mean, and they're all beautiful. Such strength. Sunlight streams over the windowsill, yet the familiar face before me appears as if he's submerged in dark water. 3 days?
Okay. It's okay if you forget.
Ugh. This part always breaks me because he knows what it's like to have MC forget him, and we don't know how many times that's happened before. And oh man, just the heartbreaking of like, who are you? Where am I sort of thing. After all these years of it not happening, and he's got to go back to it. He's just ready to go into it again. Like, okay, here we go again. We just break my heart once more. Ah. Someone would have to call an exorcist for you. You know, I mean, 3 days, somebody call an exorcist. My pelvis would be sore, but it would be worth it. Okay, back to sadness.
Even if you don't remember anything, I can always say it again.
'Cause he's used to it. He lowers his head and gently grasps his hand. My hand. Words are blending. His gesture almost tinged with reverence.
I'm Caleb. I'll always be...
A buzzing noise suddenly fills my mind and overwhelms other sounds. I shake my head and touch my forehead. There's a thread-like crimson wound on the inside of my arm. My mind feels sluggish. It's as if something important that shouldn't have been forgotten was buried beneath a veil of empty ambiguity. What happened? "10 days ago."
Dear
Flashback.
passengers, we have arrived at Sky Haven. Please ensure that you take all your belongings with you as you exit in an orderly fashion.
Dragging my luggage, I walk out of the train station and recall the route I took before. As I find a fast food restaurant to the left of the exit, I take a picture. So right before this, not right before, but before, they've fixed their relationship some, saying that they can come see each other whenever they want. They do miss each other. They do want each other in their lives. And she gave him a key to her apartment. So things are finally starting to look up for these two. Yay, relationship growth. Guess where I am right now? We're in Skyhaven? Yep. Though he knows that. The stalker. I turn off my phone screen and shift my gaze. The fast food restaurant's glass wall reflects my silhouette. Oh, really? This is going to be my first time reading the myth since the very first time I got it. So I am excited to reread it because there's a lot of lore stuff that happens. But yeah, it goes main story, endless summer, and then exclusive aftertaste. So exclusive aftertaste is the one I just summarized. So I'm excited. So much stuff happens in this myth. The last time I came to Skyhaven was for work 2 months ago. I secretly infiltrated the Far Space Fleet so I could investigate the whereabouts of an ether core fragment. During that mission, Caleb, who became a fleet's colonel, reappeared before me. Immense joy plunged me into a bubble of reclaiming what I had long lost. However, as time passed and I learned more, Caleb's changed behavior and attitude distanced him from the image in my memory. Though we've recently found a new way to get along, I still can't help but wonder what secrets lie hidden behind that unfamiliar colonel's uniform. I don't know. What secrets? I mean, I'm happy to find out and take it off for him. And she's gonna strip him of that uniform later, so...
Turn around.
Why do you sound so creepy, Caleb? Why do you do that? But this boy knew. This boy orchestrated this whole thing. I mean, you couldn't just say, hey, MC, you know, I would really love it if you took a vacation and hung out with me in Skyhaven. No, he orchestrated a whole work thing just so she could come and stay with him. How? Okay.
You should have given me a heads up. Still like to do surprise attacks, huh?
Is it really a surprise, Caleb? You always appeared in Lincoln without telling me in advance. Why can't I do the same thing? But you were quick to show up. Caleb, you already knew I was visiting, right?
Or maybe I was so excited after I saw your message that I stepped on the gas.
Uh-huh. Breaking a few speeding laws to get here. Speeding and knowingly breaking the law. I hope you know what your crime is, Colonel.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you to arrest me.
Well, if you insist. Caleb takes the luggage from my hand and gestures for me to follow him.
Have you eaten yet?
I was planning to drop off my luggage at the hotel first. Caleb, aren't you supposed to be on duty today?
What about you? You got a day off and decided to take a trip to Skyhaven?
Stepped on the gas, quotations. Yeah, in actuality, he was just waiting around the corner from the train station so that it could look like he drove up really fast, but really he was just tracking our location the whole time so he could be ready. Okay, she's almost here. Does my hair look okay? Half a month ago, the Hunters Association assigned a special mission. The Farspace Fleet requested a hunter's assistance in detecting metaflux for one of their secret missions. For work and to be closer to Caleb, I secured this opportunity. I made sure to arrive in Skyhaven one day before the mission starts. For work and to be closer to Caleb. At least you admit it. Our shadows begin to meld together as we walk. I hesitate before deciding to keep this to myself for now. Yeah, I took a day off to see you. You should be teary-eyed since that's the next state in the protocol. In the docking area, Caleb stops beside his personal aircraft.
Since you came all the way here for me, you need to play along with my plan now. Let me take you somewhere first.
Uh-huh. 10 minutes later, I stare at the familiar scene before me. I'm speechless. And see, his house looks a little cozier. Caleb, if I'm not mistaken, this is your house.
You're not seeing things. I gotta respond in kind to your surprise.
The door creaks as it closes behind him. He slightly leans forward and the necklace I gave him sways.
Someone had planned a business trip to the Far Space Fleet well in advance. But they kept it so under wraps that I had almost no clue.
Okay. Caleb, I believe the correct thing is I created an opportunity for us to spend time together, and you couldn't even talk to me about it, because I orchestrated this whole thing. I see some people just let the cat out of the bag. Now it's your turn. Why did the fleet request a hunter's assistant? What's the secret mission? Before I can finish speaking, Caleb reaches out and pinches my lips shut. Okay. I will turn up his volume then. I don't want to blow your ears out, so you'll have to let me know if that's okay. I try to keep it low because the very first stream I did, I didn't adjust it and it was so loud. Pinching my lips shut though, Caleb. I thought you were trying to not treat me like a little.
We can focus on the work stuff later. Cancel your hotel reservation first. And then... His warm hands land on my shoulder and push me deeper into his home. I quickly step to the side and turn around. And then what? Caleb raises an eyebrow and gazes at me, if seriously considering something. He then spreads his arms. Oh, hugs? Hugs? I love hugs. Okay, I hope that's better, Ref. Let me know if it's too loud now. You know what I mean.
Yes, hugs. Squish me in that amazing chest of yours. My memory of the past merges with the person in front of me. The corners of my mouth curl up involuntarily. I move closer, then slowly wrap my arms around his neck. Oh, not even his chest, his neck. We just going straight forward. I missed you, Caleb. Oh. See, that's so sweet, because in exclusive aftertaste they were talking about if it was okay for them to miss each other and tell each other they missed each other. So... Oh.
Welcome home.
Okay. Right next to my neck, his breath tickles my skin. He gently runs his finger through my hair. I forget how sweet these can be. I want a hug.
I'm really happy you're here to see me.
I know, Erica. I'm just melting like butter on hot toast. As the sunset's light filters in through the windows, our shadows lean closer together on the floor and meld into one. The sun sets and rises. As its radiance descends on the city again, I prepare to officially report to the Far Space Fleet. The personal info was supposed to be confidential, but you somehow figured out it was me ahead of time. Oh, I get it. You must have pulled a few strings again, Colonel.
It's a new day and you're still bothered by this?
I'm bothered that that uniform is not on the floor. That's what I'm bothered by, Caleb. I notice my shoelace is loose. Just as I'm about to bend down, Caleb crouches.
It's because you turned down the fleet's offer for a shuttle. Figuring out the possible reasons isn't hard.
You were just doing some sleuth work. He's bending down to help us with our shoes. Surprising you is no easy task. You get it, Erica.
You get it. But you know what, Caleb? You can keep the hat on. The uniform can be on the floor, but you can keep the hat on. I pick up the cap from the nearby coat rack, run my thumb over the civil insignia, and then place it on Caleb's head. You know, this part reminds me of the little comic that Infold just put out about Caleb and MC and her helping him get ready every morning. And then she gets on to him about, are you doing this on purpose? And then their little help robot starts snitching on him and he starts threatening it to shut up. That's what it reminds me of. There we go. This is what I want. Your entire demeanor changes when you're wearing a uniform.
Is it too intimidating? Or is the color too heavy for you?
I mean, I kind of like that it's intimidating. Your demeanor changes, but it's in a good way. I mean, I'm always down for a little bit of Colonel Caleb mode.
It doesn't matter what role I'm in. I'm still the Caleb who helps you tie your shoelaces.
Caleb ties my shoelace into a neat little bowl. Then he stands up and adjusts my collar before opening the door.
Let's go. And keep this with you.
A key?
You can use it to open the door to my house, my car, and my personal aircraft. You can try it on anything to see if it'll open, basically.
Aww, he's
Since you
returning
declined
the
the
favor.
fleet's shuttle, you'll have to ride shotgun with me this week.
He's returning the favor. She gave him a key, now he's giving her a key. One second. Fleet will be held on the 17th floor of the Fleet's command center. Upon arrival, I saw that the conference room was filled with attendees. Caleb had parted ways with me when we entered the command center. His new adjutant, Liam, guides me through the entry procedure.
Your seat has a label with your name on it. Walk straight ahead and you'll find it. I need to go now. I'll see you around.
You know, that's interesting, because there is a world underneath story that mentions Liam and Caleb. It's about Liam's wife going against what the fleet wants to do, and she lost her husband because of the chip they implanted in him. And his children don't want to see him anymore because he's just kind of boring, and he's lost his family. But it says here in this that he's new. So that means it's happened in the last 2 months since she came and infiltrated the fleet. So that means that the world underneath story is set during that time too. And what Caleb says about them reaching new frontiers or whatnot, I don't remember the exact words he said, happened pretty recently. That is interesting. I feel bad for Liam, though, man. I don't know if he... I know that a lot of these fleet officers are forced into taking the chip, but I don't know if they're told that that will happen to them. Because he just lost his 2 kids, because he has a son and a daughter, and his wife. And his wife is... His wife is kind of advocating for the abolishment of a lot of the stuff that's happened here because of what happened to her husband. Yeah. It is interesting to think about. I didn't put that together because I didn't realize that Liam was new in the myth. I thought that he was still around when we first met up with Caleb. We didn't meet him, but I guess he came around after the fact. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. Thank you. I nod at him, but just as I'm about to walk around the aisle, a voice calls out to me from nearby.
Huh. You're the hunter the association sent?
Rude. You're... The man wearing a fleet uniform has a row of medals on his chest. However, his piercing gaze that's directed at me draws my attention.
So, the command center allows anyone to just waltz right in now, huh? Caleb sure has a knack for being an eyesore.
Those are fighting words, dude. Do we need to fight? Or are we about to throw down? Excuse me? I pause, unsure if I misheard him, and Liam, who returned before I even realized it, positions himself to be in front of me.
Colonel Heath, is there a problem?
Okay, good, Eric. I just didn't want to know if I was talking out of my butt or not. Because I recently did a reread of The Entire World Underneath, so... wanted to make sure.
You shouldn't stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
And see, this guy is such a jerk, and he has such a delicious name, a Heath bar. Why does he get to have such a yummy name? And he's such a jerk. What do you mean stick his nose where he doesn't belong? You're talking about Caleb, and that's Liam's boss. The man casts a dark look. With a snort, he turns around and walks away. Rude. The officer seemed to have a problem or two with hunters.
He's the Tomb Fleet's colonel, a seasoned veteran with a notoriously bad temper. Try to avoid him whenever possible.
I mean, I'll try. Liam escorts me to my seat. He nods once I sit down.
He has no problems with hunters. However, he doesn't see eye to eye with Colonel Caleb. You'll find out why soon.
Okay, one thing that I do hope they do is bring in some last names for these poor men, because it kind of feels unprofessional in the English dub because they refer to them as their first names, you know, Dr. Zane, Mr. Silas, Colonel Caleb. Usually it would be referred to by their last names, which is why I think of Caleb as Caleb Zia, which is his name in the Chinese dub. So either they can give them some English last names or just give them the Chinese dub ones, because sometimes it really bugs me. Looks like this mission is going to be a bumpy ride. I don't know. Because even here in America, do they just think that everybody refers to each other as their first name? Because that might be true for casual conversations, but in a formal situation like the military or in a doctor's office or meeting someone for the first time, business sort of things, it's usually last names. And then they say, oh, call me such and such. So that's why I don't know if they think that everyone in America just refers to each other by first names or what. As the meeting is about to start, attendees take their seats. The door opens. Amidst the quiet attention of everyone present, Caleb walks to the center of the conference room.
I'm sure everyone is already aware that there will be personnel changes within the fleet next week. I will assume command over the Tomb Fleet. Colonel Heath will be relieved of his duties so he can rest and recuperate at Atlee Island.
I love it when he's serious. It's so hot. So his fleet got taken over by Caleb. No wonder he's upset.
The Wanderers and Metaflux Index in the Deepspace tunnel are on a whole different scale compared to what Skyhaven and Lincoln display.
See, Infold, this is what I want more of. Even if he's not necessarily talking to MC like this. Like, we saw some of it in Deceptive Solitude, where he went after that guy who tried to shoot at them while they were out at the shooting range. We saw some of it in there, but there really hasn't been anything else where he has that sort of serious tone. I guess also in Flora Letters, when they came to his house and he hid MC in the back room. But it's only like little snippets. I want more.
This is why we've decided to collaborate with the Hunters Association. A hunter will supervise the physical evaluations of the Tomb Fleet officers. Now, the fleet handover ceremony will officially begin.
The hologram flickers and the lights dim. No, his tone is just gorgeous. During the signal transmission, a faint glow lands on the various expressions of the fleet senior officers in the conference room. My first day at the fleet's command center ends with the various transfer procedures. In the evening, Caleb and I decided to meet at the runway. What's taking him so long? Ah. In the night's dense fog, Caleb's figure slowly appears, but behind him is...
Colonel Caleb, why are you in a hurry? You're not interested in the upcoming banquet?
I know.
The handover ceremony is complete. Whether I stay or not, you should be on your way to Atlee Island.
I know, the way he talks to almost everybody else is just matter of fact and serious. And I'm in love with it because the duality of it, him being such a puppy dog with MC. I could totally see him. I could totally see him at the fleet where MC's in one of the fleet's uniforms and she's just sitting there in a chair, a command chair, with the fleet uniform on, and Caleb's at her feet. And he's just talking to everybody like nothing is happening, and she's just there petting the back of his head, and he's totally serious but leaning into her touch, and he's just acting like nothing is happening. MC is his queen. Caleb's gaze sweeps past me, and he stops a short distance away.
Well, I'd like to give you some advice, young man. I know how you got this position. You're just Lucius's pawn, planted here to infiltrate the fleet.
Okay, Ref. I mean, that might just be a fantasy, or maybe just something I want to draw, but... Yeah. It's like those memes that you see of Silas going to some sort of deal, and he's got a baby strapped to his chest, and he's all talking sweet to her, and he's holding everybody at gunpoint, and they're just staring at him in disbelief because he's got a baby strapped to him. It's like that. I would love to. I'm almost done with my photo that I did of Caleb as Wesley, and I'm kind of in love.
Just like how you took over my fleet. He can easily replace you with another sad pawn tomorrow.
I mean, kind of, but Caleb is very OP. Sometimes I wonder, it kind of implies that his chip is implanted inside his head, and I wonder if he can use... because he's created a black hole in his brain to prevent the chip from taking over his memories and emotions pertaining to MC. I wonder if he can use his evil to slowly extract it or even crush it. so that it doesn't affect him anymore. And I wonder if he lets it stay inside his head because he knows that's how he can let them use him for now until he can get to a better place for him and MC. Because his power has so many... His power has so many applications because you can use gravity to do all sorts of fine work. So I honestly wonder if he lets the chip stay inside him just so he can keep being the decoy so they won't go after MC. I don't know. It's just an idea. In the fog, the man takes a step.
A year ago, I was standing in your shoes.
In other words, you've been abandoned, Colonel Heath.
Oh.
I might be an abandoned pawn in his game, but not in someone else's. Kid, why don't you consider giving yourself a way out?
Once you're off the ground, the only path is forward. Have you gotten so old, Colonel, that you've forgotten what you once learned? Atlee Island's been experiencing lots of electromagnetic storms lately. Even the sturdiest aircraft could be torn to shreds. Worry about yourself first.
Okay, Caleb, honey, I know you're saying a lot of hot things right now, but I am so distracted by watching him talk from the side because you can see his Adam's apple moving up and down, and that is so attractive to me that all I'm doing is just sitting here and drooling over him talking. Okay.
I appreciate your advice. So let me remind you of something. Watch your step and keep your eyes on the road ahead. Until next time.
You can just see it bobbing up and down like... What MC says in one of their secret times or tender moments about wanting to bite it, I totally get that. I am drooling. I am. I have no shame. The man seems furious. He attempts to stop Caleb, but his hand stops midway and droops down in a peculiar position as if it's frozen in place. Ref, you get what I'm talking about, right? Blocking Heath's lines of sight, Caleb strides over. When his gaze meets mine, genuine joy lights up in his eyes. You know what? He is my Doberman, where he is my police dog who's on alert and doesn't like anybody else, but when it comes to his owner, his person, it's all sunshine and rainbows.
When did you get here? You must have been waiting a long time. Come on, let's go home.
I love how he calls it our home. It's already midnight by the time we get home. See, even she refers to it as home. I'm in love. After changing my clothes, I lean against the couch and wait. Soon Caleb walks out of his bedroom.
We're home and you're still frowning.
He walks over and gently taps my furrowed brow.
What are you thinking about?
I want to bite your Adam's apple. It seems that a certain colonel has his fair share of struggles managing the fleet. I scoot over to make room for him. I wonder how I can ask him about that confrontation on the runway. After today, I think I understand why you need a hunter's assistance. This Colonel Heath doesn't accept you at all. While the situation looks like a fleet merger, it's really more of a one-sided takeover by you.
Oh?
I mean, I'm into it, babe. I'm all for it, takeover. But he's on his way out, so he's not worth stressing over. The real concern is the person pulling the strings behind him. They don't want you to control the Tomb fleet. And that person is an actual threat to you. What appeared to be an infighting within the fleet could get much more complicated if a third party jumps in. That's why the Hunters Association is involved. The higher-ups will try to clamp down on any schemes to protect their secrets. Meanwhile, you should be able to take over without a hitch. See, MC is using her brain. Love to see it. See, baby? Baby doll MC, this is what you should have been doing back when you first met Caleb, so that you weren't throwing yourself into dangerous situations. You should have tried to sit down and think about it a little more if Caleb was still going to be locked up as tight as a bank vault. It's only been a few months, Caleb. You're definitely stepping up your game. I narrow my eyes as if I'm closely examining him. Caleb can't help but chuckle and passes me a nearby cushion.
Likewise.
Like, oh, see, I can't hide anything from you. Oops, and then he's gonna start rubbing the back of his neck like he always does.
It's only been a few months, but someone's really been honing her people reading skills.
Inside, he's panicking like, oh no, she's figured me out. What about you? Who's supporting you?
Isn't that person you, Pipsqueak? You're keener and more skilled this time. Even your muscles look more toned.
You looking at my muscles, Caleb? Thank you. Been working out with you. You're a bit distracting because you moan a lot, but I'm happy to be around it. Caleb leans in and the light casts a shadow under his eyelashes. The cushion remains between us.
But you still look a little worn out. Have you been feeling tired lately?
We lock eyes, and my fingers glide over the cushion to rest on his hand. I hold it. Caleb, no matter what your next move is, I've got your back, so... Tell me, what do I have to do during this process? Thank you, MC. Thank you for using your brain this time. Thank you for trying to talk to Caleb. I am so proud of you. Can you breathe in my ear like that?
Liam will be overseeing the main procedure.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be in charge of gathering and organizing the personnel files of the Tomb Fleet, and overseeing their anti-transformation tests.
And?
What's with that "is that all" look on your face?
Because you like to keep secret. Caleb rescues the squish cushion from my grip and hands me another one. His expression slightly becomes more serious.
Don't underestimate your role. You've been here for only a day, and you already sense the tension in the air. This won't be a walk in the park. If you run into any snags, let Liam deal with them.
Is that so? I raise my eyebrow at him, and Caleb bursts into a fit of laughter.
Of course, a small task like this is hardly a challenge for you. Guess I'll just kick back and see how it all plays out.
That's more like it. Choosing not to dwell on the tension he mentioned for now, I shoved the cushion into his arms and gave him a thumbs up with a smile. I'll make sure to protect you, poor, helpless Colonel, from getting fired. He's so helpless. This man who could basically crush a building down to the ground with just a movement from his hands. It's pretty dangerous. Honestly, I know I've made this connection before, but his evolve really reminds me of the Force from Star Wars, and sometimes I see similarities between him and Anakin, so every time I think about it, it's just funny. Because Caleb was created to be this ultimate weapon, and then MC is kind of like the chosen one. So it's just, I don't know. I could go on a whole rant about all the stuff I see, but biggest thing is I see his power similar to the Force from Star Wars. The official transfer of the Tomb Fleet starts today. As expected, the process is anything but smooth. Number 3997. Vice Captain of the Tomb Fleet. You've served over 5 years. Is that correct?
Did you call me over just so I could listen to this crap?
Okay, Erica, I'm glad you see a little bit of the similarities.
Maybe I should write a happy ending Star Wars AU for Caleb. This is another long fanfiction for me to stress over.
Under the cold blue light, the Tomb Fleet officer across the glass wall is strapped into the interrogation chair. His expression is filled with contempt. Then let's cut to the chase. After the transfer orders were issued, the fleet arranged a medical examination for all officers. Can you explain why you chose not to participate?
Who doesn't know what this examination really means? You think everyone's itching to turn into a monster?
Monster. Are you talking about the Turing chip?
Oh, you probably don't know, being a hunter and all. That chip is just the beginning of their twisted modifications. Let me be clear. There's no way I'm doing that examination. I don't care if it's about modifications or that chip. I'm not doing it. The fleet's real big shot will return soon. Let's see how long your monster colonel can keep this up.
You know, I kinda want to punch you for calling him a monster. The interrogation light switches off and leaves behind a faint swaying shadow. The big shot. Could they be the person who poses a real threat to Caleb? I collect myself and lower my head to move number 3997's profile aside. Under it are old medical examination reports from some members of the Tomb Fleet. The same person shows completely different results after being transferred to Caleb's fleet and undergoing the medical examination. The chip rewrote Kevy's memories, and now it's causing a drastic enhancement in those officers' physical capabilities. Is this all so they can be modified?
Miss, here are the files you requested. I already organized them. Do you have any further instructions?
No, that's everything, thank you.
Understood.
I know. These scenes give so much lore, but... ugh. The fleet just gives me the heebie-jeebies. What they're doing, whatever is doing, because the fleet, from what we understand according to Zane and the background, is that they used to be pretty benevolent and were genuinely just the protectors and the explorers of deep space, but after ever kind of stuck their slimy little fingers in, they've turned them into their own personal brainwashed military force. This guy. 3 days ago.
No! I'm not taking that exam! I'm not going! Release me!
Yeah. I've really brainwashed these people, and it's sad.
Caleb can only pull this off because he has someone's backing! You monsters! Nobody wants to be like you!
Not only have his physical capabilities enhanced, but his personality also has been altered. What exactly are they trying to turn people into with this modification?
Ugh. My husband came to pick me up from work.
I get up trying to find that officer so I can get more information, but when I open the door, I'm stunned to see Caleb standing right there.
What happened? Why in a hurry?
Removing his hand from the door handle, he shifts his gaze to the end of the corridor.
Jelly alert.
You need something from that officer?
If I ask Caleb about the modification now, he probably won't tell me the truth. I should find more concrete leads, that way when I confront him about this, he can't dodge my questions. It's nothing important. I realize I forgot to ask him for another file, but it's okay, I'll get it later. Caleb's eyes fall open on the open examination reports. I lean against the edge of the desk, trying to get up the files behind my back. Shouldn't you be in a meeting right now? What made you stop by? Caleb's focus stays on the stack of files. After a moment, he raises his eyes to meet mine again.
I see someone looked into my schedule.
You're one to talk. Tracking everything about MC, and I can't even just look at your work schedule? Inside, he's squealing.
The meeting ended early. I was passing by and thought I'd bring you some snacks.
Yeah. That is the way to my heart. Just bring me snacks, and I'm your girl. He offers me the same paper box, a small paper box he's holding. It's filled with bite-sized fruit tarts.
Light refreshments from the meeting. You probably need them more than I do after working the whole day.
And they're even fruit tarts. I love fruit tarts. Get me, Caleb. Just get me some snacks, and I'm happy.
By the way, you'll be having dinner on your own tonight.
There's another urgent meeting.
Just some minor stuff about the fleet merger. I'd rather take care of them myself.
So you're gonna leave me at home alone? Lame. Nodding, I accept the desserts, yet Caleb remains where he is. I pause, then I open the box. I hold it out to him. If you're not in a hurry, do you want to eat some?
It's okay. Take your time. I'll get going now.
I mean, you could feed it to me. I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't tell anybody. I can even lick it off your fingers. What am I saying? Wait, Caleb, how long will the meeting be? Caleb's gaze drifts over my shoulder and lands on the electronic clock on the wall behind me.
I'll pick you up at 9.
The door closes. Through the parted blinds, Caleb's figure slowly disappears at the end of the corridor. Hope I can find some documents related to this modification in the Colonel's office. Erica, you just watching this like, yep, that's how I feel too. After reconfirming Caleb's schedule and office duty status through the virtual terminal, I set the dessert box aside and get up. See, this is why they're so similar to each other, because they are both doing things behind each other's backs because they both won't communicate everything. And they'll stalk each other, look at each other's schedules, get kind of jelly over things, and do everything for the other person. Because she's doing this all for him, because she wants to know what this chip is doing to him specifically. And then he's doing everything secretly because of her, to protect her. They're both trying to protect each other, and it's just kind of meeting in the middle and just splatting against the wall because they won't communicate. And it drives me crazy. I have 3 hours. That's plenty of time. Liam and Caleb are in the meeting. In the corridor outside the Colonel's office, I take out the key Caleb gave me. It actually works. The door opens and then closes. A soft glow from a virtual screen illuminates the quiet office. His password is... In the past, Caleb used to jumble words and numbers that were meaningful to him in a particular pattern to create passwords. I know. And I hate the miscommunication tropes usually in stories and manhwa. It drives me nuts. And they do get better at communicating later on, but in these earlier stories, it just drives me nuts. Like, you're both trying to protect each other. You're both trying to do the best for each other. Just talk to each other. For goodness sake. I try 2 combinations, or both are incorrect. With only 1 attempt left, I clench my fist. After a moment of hesitation, I try again. It works. The password is a combination of "when you come back" and my birthday.
Oh, Caleb. NMC is just speechless. I can't afford any distractions. I would be distracted.
As I duplicate his access permissions, I quickly search for anything useful. His personal profile. There it is. The profile reveals that Caleb graduated from DEA Aerospace Academy and participated in secret training during his 3rd year. He achieved outstanding results. Secret training. Another thing I didn't know about. Subsequently, because of his exceptional performance in finding new patrol routes within the deep space tunnel, he was promoted to be the fleet's colonel. Recommended by Professor L. Professor Lucius. So this person indeed played a role in Caleb's joining the fleet. The Caleb depicted in this profile is nothing like the person I know, and in addition to the unfamiliar resume, there's also a full-body scan image. It was gradually revealed second by second. In the part that's already visible, his right arm is marked in an abnormal shade of blue. Yep, there's the little hint. I zoom in on the blue area and notice how the bone and muscular structure are different from his other arm. This is what they're referring to as modification. Just as I'm about to take a closer look, the system abruptly shuts out. The account is forcefully locked out. A notification appears saying the device's login permissions have been revoked. Please re-verify your identity. Have I been discovered? Taking a deep breath, I quickly delete the terminal usage log. When I return to leave, I close snag on the drawer and yanks it open. Inside the drawer, a small rectangular object rests atop a pile of paper reports. Chip implanter for clinical trials only. It's the Turing chip. Without hesitating, I hide the implanter in my shoe's secret compartment. Boy, I wish my shoes had secret compartments. When I close the drawer and get ready to leave, the door opens.
Oh. Been caught. Like he's not surprised at all.
In the dim room, the brim of Caleb's cap casts a shadow over his gaze. He slightly tilts his head.
Oh my goodness, this is the point where I wish it was animated, because those moments where he's in his colonel uniform and he's in that half light and his eyes are kind of shadowed by it, and he's looking at us with this just inquisitive look. Oh my goodness.
Why are you waiting for me here?
You took too long.
I was getting impatient. That justification sounded absurd even to me. My palms begin to sweat, but he just grins.
Is that so? Let's get going then. The meeting ended early. Time to go home.
I bet the meeting ended early because you said it ended early. His eyes almost unnoticeably drift over to the now dark virtual before he turns and holds his hand out towards me, but I don't move.
What's wrong?
Aren't you gonna ask me?
About what? About why you're in my office? Or whether you found the thing you were looking for?
I don't know. You tell me. Pulling back his hand from the door handle, Caleb lowers his head. His gaze, obscured by the darkness of the night, engulfs me from head to toe.
You know, I read a smutty AU of this scene, and it was delicious. That was a really good fan fiction.
Anyone entering the Colonel's office without permission will be taken to the interrogation room. No exceptions.
Ooh.
But I'm the Colonel. Whether you're entering without permission or here because of my orders, I have the final say.
If you're gonna interrogate me, do I get to wear the collar again? 'Cause that sounds like fun. I'm not scared. And I'm a little scroused. I'm ready, Caleb. Take me now. I am ready.
There's just one minor thing, though. Any intrusion and duplication of system permissions will be reported straight to HQ. Covering up the traces will be a hassle.
Of course you're using Rough Nut Rough.
Caleb slowly pries my fingers from the terminal decryptor and takes it. His movement is deliberate yet firm, leaving no room for resistance.
I doubt you'd put me between a rock and a hard place, right?
Oh. I forgot I made that the basic nickname. His normal nickname for me is Baby, but I'm kind of into him calling me my love. The face, the voice, the actions, I know them all too well, yet the person standing before me is like a stranger. I open my mouth, attempting to question him, but the words falter and fade away. In the face of his composure, all my feelings seem utterly pointless. I know him calling me my love and being kind of firm with me at the same time, it does things to me. Caleb, I just want to figure out what kind of trouble you're caught up in right now. Can you tell me?
I can't speak about anything that's classified.
What happens if you do? Will you also be sent to Atlee Island and become another abandoned pawn?
When's the last time you took care of your hair? It's a lot longer now.
Caleb? Do not do that to me again. I will spank you. I am serious. I hate it when you try and avoid the question or change the subject. I will spank you. I am serious about this. He stays calm and gentle, softly brushing my stray hair away from my face. As if nothing happened, he smoothly shifts the conversation. This is not smooth. This is not smooth because it will make me angry.
I can't even see your eyes.
I notice the blinding gleam from the insignia on his shoulder. After his long pause, I slowly manage a wry smile. Caleb, has everyone ever told you this uniform is like your mask? Ouch. He stands motionless. The door is right there, but we're locked in a standoff, unable to move past each other and leave. Let's go home. Ugh, don't give me those puppy dog eyes. I'll crack. Darkness enshrouds his eyes, making his expression hard to read. He glances down for a moment, then lifts his gaze again. The fleeting wavering has already disappeared, like a mirage.
Okay, let's go home.
And you put off the conversation once again. Ugh. Okay, how much... Oof, my iPad is at 6%, so... do you guys mind waiting for like 10 minutes while my iPad charges for a bit? Or I can end it here. Because I thought I would have enough charge. But I want to do at least one more. I don't know. I think if I charge it for at least another 5 minutes, I'll have enough to get through chapter 4. Okay. I will try and charge it then. In it. I do want to get through chapter 4. Plug it in for a minute. Okay. We'll let that charge up just a bit. I forget how long the myths are. I think if I'm doing this by myself and I'm not reading it or geeking out to everything, I think it took me an hour or so to read this the first time. His Limited Myth, his XO2 myth, definitely took me a lot longer. That one was closer to 2 hours. But that's also because I had to take breaks to cry. I also had to take breaks to cry. Yeah. But because myths are so hard to get, because you have to have 2 cards to get the full story, or at least the older ones do. The newer ones, just 1 card now. But you spend so much money and DS getting a myth that I would honestly be pretty disappointed if they weren't as long as they are. They're really worth it. I want to get Silas's abyssal dragon. I think that's what the companion's called. I want to get that myth, not because of fighting. I just purely want it for the story and to get the outfit. I know Caleb's XO2 myth had some pretty sweet moments. I remember when it first came out and they had that scene where they're by a lake and he creates, okay, Abysmal Sovereign. Okay. That's what it's called. But Caleb and MC are by the lake and he creates a bubble made out of water and floats them in the air, and they're looking at the stars and they're just kind of holding each other in this bubble of water under the night sky above a lake. That was such a pretty picture that I had to do a fan art drawing of that, and that was the first time I had drawn in forever. You just shush. My husband came in, and now he's trying to make me crack, say naughty things.
Beg my knuckers.
My gosh. I can't believe you would do that. Why would you do that? No. Yeah, we did. Go away. I know. Go away.
We'll die for Riley.
Shh. Oh, he's not saying it's time to get offline. He's going out somewhere. He came in to grab something and now he's he's trying to embarrass me. Lordy. Oh. He's such a goofball. Lord. What is this charging at? Okay, it's slowly getting there. Maybe another 2 minutes. Oh, that's embarrassing. Now my face is all hot. Goodness. I think the first kindled in this, I think the first kindled in this myth is, the one where they're on the bench, right? Or is it the one where she's stripping up the bed? I think it's the bench, right? I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. My husband likes me. Drives me nuts too. Okay, so I'm not going crazy, Erica. I wasn't sure. I think my iPad is charged just enough to get through this. We can do one more, and then maybe in the next one, finish this, because I had a feeling this would be a two-parter. I'll get back in. Okay. Alrighty. It is charged up enough, so we can do one more. I know Caleb wouldn't reveal the fleet's secrets to me. He once said he would have abandoned it. He would have been abandoned if he didn't join the fleet. He didn't want to make me suffer that pain again, and also admitted that he's always been this cold, distant, gloomy person, whether affected by the chip or not. I can't tell which version of him is the real Caleb, but I know he's the most important person to me in this world. I won't put him between a rock and a hard place. The fleet's colonel, secret training, the touring chip, modifications, whatever those terms really mean, they're the strings that bind Caleb's hand and feet. The strings compelled him to reappear before me, and one day, the unseen hand controlling these strings will pull him away from me once more. The Tomb's fleet's handover is undoubtedly a conundrum. I'm bracing myself for the process to drag on endlessly. Yet 3 days later, an unexpected banquet is held. Oh, this part. As music fills the air and glasses clink, people approach Caleb every now and then to offer their toasts in his honor.
I never thought the handover would progress so smoothly. Will you also present the survey report at HQ next month, Colonel?
There's a bright future ahead of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
After dealing with another officer who came for a chat, Caleb finally puts down his glass and walks to the corner where I'm standing.
It's only been a couple of minutes and your hair's looking a little messy. Where did you go?
I mean, are you sure it wasn't you who dragged me away for a quick makeout in a closet? That could explain it. He gestures for me to lower my head, then he removes his gloves and leans in carefully to adjust the strands of hair near my ears. The ornate mirror beside me catches a transient glint. It's from the hairpin Caleb gave me before the event.
I imagined how good you'd look with it when I bought this. And I was right. You're stunning.
Aww. I love that he just buys little things for me and tells me how pretty I am.
Do you like it?
Yes. His fingertips brush against the back of my ear. Oh, we're going for ear-neck territory, huh? It makes me shiver, but I don't flinch and I don't say anything either. From your earlier conversation, The handover of the Tomb Fleet went well, and he removed his glove, so he's just sitting there touching me without gloves. How scandalous. If we were in the Regency era, he'd have to marry me now.
So you've been paying attention to what I say. Well, you're correct.
Honey, I remember everything you say. But until the day before yesterday, most of them were still unwilling to cooperate. My gaze sweeps across the banquet hall as I silently savor this peace I haven't experienced in a while. There are no biting remarks or sarcasm amidst this puling music. The faces drifting by are peaceful and somewhat unfamiliar.
Are you asking me where Colonel Heath, Tomb Officer number 3997, and all those who opposed the handover went?
Are they dead?
Surely you figured it out by now. They're right where they should be. They won't disrupt us or cause you any more stress. Isn't that a relief?
Are they in the ground? Is that where they right should be? The night breeze rustles the curtains by the floor-to-ceiling window. Moonlight bathes him in a grayish glow and makes him appear like a statue made of plaster.
Why are you giving me that look?
Because I want to eat you.
Do you hate it when I'm like this?
I love it when you're like this. I'm just curious. If I throw a wrench in your plans like those people, what are you gonna do? Lock me up again?
You wouldn't force me to do that.
He's like, honey, I dare you to try. He's like, don't tempt me. Don't test me. Yeah, I've got your back. Doesn't matter what you do. So Caleb, why are you still not telling me about your plan? Amidst our silent impasse, the music transitions to the next song. It seems I won't receive an answer from him. I turn to leave, but in the next instant, danger erupts. What's that?
Get down.
Ooh. You sound so serious. Something whizzes through the air. My sight is obscured by mist. Out of my habit, I turn and draw my gun, but Caleb reacts even faster. Suspended in front of his forehead, defying gravity, is a bullet. Ugh! It is so hot! You're their target? Quick, take cover! I tighten my grip on my gun and try to lead Caleb behind a pillar, but he stops me in my tracks. He doesn't meet my gaze. His eyes linger on his palm instead, his lips pressed into a thin line for some reason. Yeah, he doesn't care about himself, he's caring about you. Caleb?
There's no point in hiding. This bullet is probably their first move.
As we talk to each other, the commotion inside the hall quickly subsides. Well-trained officers quickly regain control of the scene, but the assassin has yet to be captured.
It's a diversion. Their actual target must be elsewhere.
He slowly clenches his fists. When he raises his head, the shadow of his cap's brim obscures his eyes. See, why can't they give me pictures or an animation of this? Because I would love to see a fight scene where someone's trying to kill him and he stops the bullet and he just crushes it in his palm. Or even uses his evol to send it flying back at them and the brim is just covering his eyes the whole time and he just walks intimidatingly over to them as they crumple to the floor. I want more fight scenes with Caleb. We got some with Zane. We got some with Silas. I really hope we are going to see a duo fight scene with Caleb and MC. I would croak. Following his line of sight, I look outside. He's staring in the direction of the Alpha and Beta fleet bases.
You stay here. Liam.
How many people can you trust right now? Caleb, I'm your best choice. I shake his grip off my wrist. Something flickers in Caleb's gaze. A hint of hesitation betrays his words for the first time.
It's possible that either the Alpha or Beta fleet base has been taken over, but I can't be sure which one.
And it's even a diversion tactic because he lets her think that he's looking at those and she's not supposed to catch him, but this is a total diversion.
I already sent people to the Alpha Fleet base.
I'll check the other base for you. Our eyes lock and we find ourselves in a stalemate once more. This time, after a long silence, Caleb finally relents.
Liam, go with her.
And Liam knows what's going on. The adjutant, standing silently beside us, look at Caleb. After they make eye contact, he nods to acknowledge the order.
Be careful.
You too. I hastily holster my gun and head for the exit. Before I step into the dark night, I look back. Caleb, you really do need me for this, right?
Yes.
He's thinking inside his mind. I really do need you to stay safe. Yes. Oh. All right. Wait for my good news. You better feel guilty. You are lying to me once again. I get the intention. I get the intention. I mean, I know you want to keep me safe, but honey, I am a trained hunter. I work with guns. I work with keeping civilians safe and hunting down wanderers. That is my job. You could rely on me a little bit more. The girl's figure fades into the night. She's heading in the opposite direction of where the real danger lies. The veins on Caleb's neck bulge and then recede. He narrows his eyes at the bullet in his palm for a long while. He slowly tightens his grip around it. In the unfathomable darkness, the only source of light emanates from a door slightly ajar in the fleet's armory. The approaching sound of footsteps reverberates in the vacant, dim corridor. The man who's sitting in the room unveils a malevolent grin.
You're quick on your feet. Ugh!
Seemingly crushed by an unseen force, the man's veins instantly swell. His face turns red as he collapses to his knees, unable to control his fall. At the same time, numerous red dots light up, all zeroing in on Caleb's figure that's concealed among the shadows.
Who said you could start it when she was around?
I don't remember if I had that one favorited. I love it when he refers to me, though. Yeah.
How could you?
No gunshot rings out, and the expected explosion never comes. Caleb locks eyes with the dumbfounded man as he walks into the light, one deliberate step at a time. The gun barrels aimed at him are twisted downward. The crisp sound of breaking bones cuts through the air as he steps on the man's wrist, pinned to the ground. Dear Jesus.
Having me die for no clear reason in this armory I've just taken over. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. That'll definitely make those cunning old foxes at the top suspicious. Naturally, I'll be a perfect justification to purge all the people I've just gathered under me.
After slowly putting on his gloves, Caleb leans down and grabs the man's distorted, reddening face.
Too bad you picked the wrong target.
Sir. Caleb's hand moves to the man's throat. Heath's eyes bulge with pain as Caleb's grip tightens and the bones in his neck creak under the pressure.
You don't you dare to kill.
Why can't you do that to me, Caleb? Why can't you do that to me?
Why don't I?
I just love it when he's like this. And I know I'm kind of wrong for it, but it feels so right.
haven't you already come up with a reason for it? A firearms mishap in the armory, with Colonel Heath and others heroically sacrificed.
Okay, don't call me out, Ref. I mean, you know that scene where he is introduced in the main story and he says, "I won't fail again," and he shoots the guy point blank? I mean, that's one of my favorite parts.
Humor me for a bit. Who do you think those old foxes will protect? A valuable colonel? Or a bunch of corpses with unknown causes of death?
I am a true dark romance girl. What can I say? Just hearing the bones cracking though. Ugh.
Colonel Caleb, it's been a long while.
I forget about this guy. And he's got a little bit of a southern drawl. It's on sight though. I will throw hands with this man. With a flick of that person's fingers, dark blue veins abruptly surface on the side of Caleb's neck. He's brought down to his knees.
I thought destroying the Turing chip would be difficult. I'll just use your dead body as a greeting gift to Professor Lucius then.
The incandescent light bulb suddenly goes out. With a flash of lightning outside, Caleb's pupils contract in an instant.
I was wondering how Heath would dare to act so recklessly. Turns out it was you.
With bloodshot eyes and muscles taut with strain, Caleb slowly lifts his head, each movement underscored by the flickering and throbbing hum of electricity. So I wonder what he's doing here. It almost seems like this man has an electricity evol, because it almost seems like his chip is kind of shorting out, and then with the thunderstorm and lightning outside, I don't know. Seems like he's using an evol, and he says destroying the Turing chip should be easier. Should be easy, so I wonder if he has an electricity evol or something along those lines.
Even with you involved, the outcome will still be the same.
The door slams shut with a jarring finality, setting off a symphony of sounds that echo like a chaotic banquet. Yet as the thunderstorm rages, the cacophony gradually gives way to silence. Well, that is the end of Chapter 4, and I think Chapter 5 is where we see the bench scene. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. That was a lot of fun, and I got to thirst over Caleb and one of my favorite myths. We learned so much about him during this, and I'm excited to do the rest. Hopefully I can keep my iPad charged a little bit more before I do the next one. And I may need to pick your guys' brains. I know that scene will break me. It will break me too. I may need to pick your guys' brains about what you think his card's order is after intertwined gold. Because I have some ideas, but some that are messing with me. I want somebody else's input. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. It was a lot of fun. See you next time.